Hey, Kasey, stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
You're on your stomach. You're on your stomach.
Stop
You're on your
resisting.
stomach. You're on your stomach. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Just stop.
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop.
Stop, Katie. Stop,
Stop
Katie.
resisting, Kasey. Stop resisting. Stop resisting,
Put your hands
Kasey.
behind your back.
Put your hands behind your
Let it
back,
go. I'm gonna
Kasey.
shoot you. Let it go. I'm gonna shoot you.
No,
Let it
please,
go. I'm gonna
don't shoot
you.
him.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back, Kasey. Stop it
Put your
now.
hands behind your back.
I am
Put
trying.
your hands behind your back.
What did I do? What did I do? God, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do wrong? What did I do?
145, one custody.
Here's that wood up. Hey.
What's she doing?
Disturbing video shows cop brutally beating mentally ill woman with baton. By Jack Burns, July 11, 2017. Decatur, Georgia. Katie McCrary is a homeless woman doing whatever she can to survive. But while she may have a criminal history, she, like other lawbreakers, still deserve to be treated humanely and with some sense of decency. But that didn't happen, according to critics, when a DeKalb County police officer struck her with his baton nearly too many times to count. Police were called to the scene of a local convenience store at the corner of Glenwood and Line St in Decatur last month. McCrary had been propositioning patrons for money. Others say she's frequently there and may have mental issues. But when the unnamed DeKalb County officer arrived, McCrary allegedly pushed him and would not follow his commands. That's when bystanders say he began beating her with his baton. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's excessive, customer Calvin Smith said. Advertisement. The incident happened on June 4, and a complaint of excessive use of force was filed as a result of the officer's actions. The department investigated, and came to the following conclusion which exonerated the officer. Upon the officer's arrival, the female, identified as Katie McCrary, attempted to push the officer out of the way. The officer stopped her at the door and asked her to step back. Words were exchanged between the officer and McCrary, with McCrary subsequently assaulting the officer. She continued to aggressively resist the officer's commands, resulting in the deployment of the officer's baton. The officer was eventually able to restrain and handcuff McCrary. EMS responded to the scene to check McCrary. She was transported to the DeKalb County Jail and later to Grady Hospital. The officer filed a use of force report on the incident. You can see that she wasn't even resisting arrest. She was probably resisting the last few swings that weren't caught on camera, customer Craig Nelson said. Read more. Transcripts show killer cop feared for his life and killed innocent man over pot smell. Predictably, the officer was allowed to continue his employment with the police force. But that was then. Since that time, new cell phone footage, shot at the scene of the horrendous beating, has come to light, and the investigation into police brutality and excessive force has been reopened. Just to see what you showed me, that makes my heart hurt, customer Tasha Marignay said. In an extremely rare move for any police department, the DeKalb County Police Department has reopened the case. The backlash the police force is receiving is likely very strong, considering supporters and critics believe it to be a clear case of police brutality. The officer struck her at least 13 times full force with his baton and even threatened to shoot her if she didn't let go of his baton when she attempted to control his actions by grabbing his stick. As a result of the video being published on social media, the police department has reopened its investigation and made the following statement. Now that the department has this new evidence, we have reopened the investigation and will determine whether the incident is consistent with policy and the law. The officer has yet to be identified, and this week, many believe he should not only lose his privileges as an officer of the peace but should be arrested as well for assaulting an unarmed mentally ill woman. The whole scenario brings back 1960s era images of officers beating civil rights activists with batons, shooting them with water cannons, and allowing German Shepherd attack dogs to maul them in the streets. Read more, watch. Department retrained how not to kill and its working cops kill no one since 2015. We at TFTP predict the internal investigation will conclude that while the officer's actions were justified under departmental policies and according to the use of force guidelines set by the federal government, the officer will be suspended with pay for a short period of time. That's what usually happens. Warning, the video below is graphic and disturbing.
Hey Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
for life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.